Hey Merit Heathens, what we got going on today is a piece of Crow fan art drawing Eric Draven if he was an Erica Draven. Anyways, this is a piece of tribute fan art to James O'Barr's classic, super sweet comic book, The Crow. I met James O'Barr once at a comic signing convention, and he was very nervous for some reason. Super cool guy, though. I was actually there to meet Drew Hayes, the artist who did the comic book Poison Elves. But James O'Barr was the big headliner. So, you got to go and talk to these guys when they're there. It was a lot of fun. Man, that was forever ago. It was like 90 or 92. I think. Yeah, something like that. It was a long time ago. Maybe it was like 95. I'm trying to remember if my daughter was born or not. I think she was, so I think maybe it was 95. But I digress. Anyways, this is my piece of fan art as if the Crow was a lady and not a dude. And they're rebooting the Crow also. It's going to start filming pretty soon. So that should be pretty sweet. Let's see how they handle the reboot. I only really dig the very first Crow movie. And I don't know, the other ones just seem kind of like a cash grab. Even though they had some cool actors in it. And my daughter just bought the Crow that James O'Barr, the trade paperback that he re-released with a whole bunch of extra stories in it, where he talks about the girlfriend that he had that was killed in a car wreck and how depressed he was. It's super, super interesting reading that part of the story and about his life. So if you don't have that, or you can pick it up, I definitely would get it and check it out. When it comes around these gothic comic books like this, it's so interesting hearing these stories about how the guys came about coming up and drawing these characters. Just a bunch to think about, like Michael Dawson's Bohemian Rhapsody, which is a story about growing up listening to Queen and where he was when Freddie Mercury died and how he relates everything to a Queen song. Or, again, Drew Hayes, rest in peace, the guy who came up with Poison Elves, a story about Lucifer, and Lucifer's the name of the elf, an assassin elf. And then the interesting thing about that is he talks about his life. And I get so into hearing about these creators and what they have going on and where they were when they came up with these characters. I find it so beautifully sad reading about these tragedies that these writers and artists go through when they're telling these stories in such an unrewarding medium as comic books, right? I mean, it's like they all want to make movies, and this is the alternative that they can afford to do. Not all of us can be Robert Rodriguez and put our version of Sin City on the silver screen. But you just have these stories in you that you have to get out. And that's what I kind of realized after reading James O'Barr's Crow story. I hope I called him James earlier. James O'Barr's Crow story, and where he came up with the idea, and just how he was being mentally tortured because of the loss that he was going through. And the same with like Drew, and to a lesser extent Mike. I guess not a lesser extent, right? He does a beautiful job of capturing his teen angst in his Bohemian Rhapsody story. which is just wonderful. Just wonderful on how he throws his raw emotion out there about something how personal, right? Because it's all about his life. And The Crow, in retrospect, isn't necessarily about James's life, but it's about the pain he was going through at the time that he wrote the story. Drew Hayes' entire life was like that. A lot of sad stuff going on in it. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of funny how you read these stories and then when you start finding out about what went on behind it, how you fall in love in heartbreak with some of these creators. Anyways, we're getting to the end of this. I hope you guys enjoy my crow drawing. I know it's simple, it's quick, and it's kind of monochromatic, but I kind of did that on purpose to keep everything simple. Alrighty, my heathens. Hope everyone's doing okay out there. You guys take care. J4D3 signing off. Peace.